to give a little shout out. In the Madison Courier this past week, there had to be one of the greatest letters to the editor I've ever seen. And since we got a little bit of time, I would like to read the whole thing to you. This letter said to the editor, "Could someone please tell me when a belief in limited constitutional government became extreme? Period." I don't know, you know that President Obama was kind of he was a follower of Saul Alinsky. And one of the rules for radicals that Alinsky put forth was that you make the normal people look like the extreme people. And that is exactly what's happening now. And that's what, if he's here, I'd like to give a shout out to David Hoffman. David, are you here? David's the author of this great letter. And I'd just like to give a shout out to him. But that's exactly what Saul Alinsky is, that's what his Rules for Radicals was about. To make us look like the extreme and make the extreme look like the normal. And that's what's happening. A lot of people are buying into it. And we've got to stop it. I'd also like to give a shout out to a good friend of mine. Her name is Pam Smith. And I don't know if Pam's here, but Pam did our radio ad advertising this Tea Party. And she used her name. She didn't question it. She used her name voluntarily. Pam's well known throughout the town. And she was not afraid to use her name in the great ad that she did. So I'd like to give Pam Smith a round of applause. Right now I'd like to introduce another one of our Tea Party members, Dr. Michael Israel. Dr. Israel has first-hand knowledge of what this health care plan is going to do to us. And he's spoken a couple other times at our Tea Parties, does a great job. Please give Dr. Michael Israel a round of applause. For anyone that hasn't looked at the radar on their telephone, we have this very light band that's pretty much past us, and then there's some more, and it's all hovering north of us for now. So for right now, let's hope the rain stays away, because we still got a few more people we want to hear. I was going to rant and rave about healthcare, but I want to do a couple unfortunate business stuff things first. I want to pass on some information, okay? First one is, we've got some folks with the absentee ballot forms, that anybody that's not going to be here to vote in November, that needs to get their absentee ballot forms turned in ASAP. I think the deadline's Monday or Tuesday, isn't it? Something like that. Wave if you've got them. Where are they at? They're in the back somewhere. I know somebody was supposed to have them in the back. So look around, find some friends, and you'll find some absentee ballots. Another thing, we've got some commercials that have been running on the radio that is the Sons and Daughters of Liberty. We're pretty proud of, and we wanted to see if anybody's heard any of these. Hit the first one here.
We've all heard much about the Tea Party. Radicals, racist according to the NAACP, even called Nazis by some. Ask yourself this, do you believe that $1 trillion deficit is crazy and that borrowing money from the communist Chinese is really, really stupid? Do you believe that our federal government has gotten way too big and way too expensive? Do you think it's terribly wrong to take your money that you work for every day and give it to people who sit at home and do nothing? Answer yes to these and you understand the Tea Party movement. We're a group of nonpartisan American citizens that are tired of being duped by that bunch of idiots that have been running this country way too long. We're pushing back. It's time to clean house. We're not a third party. We just want our elected officials to work for us and only us. Go to sonsanddaughtersofliberty.com. That's sonsanddaughtersofliberty.com. Get involved. This is our country and we want it back. This ad brought to you by the Jefferson County Tea Party.
That was Joe Boone. And for those of you that didn't catch it, that's an important point. Our website, Sons and, that's the whole word A&D, Daughters Liberty, not of Liberty. Unfortunately, apparently that one was taken. So sonsanddaughtersliberty.com. Those of you that have the internet, which is probably most everybody anymore, I'd love to have you go to our webpage and check it out. While we're talking about the intricacies of the intranet, we also have Facebook. How many people here are on Facebook? All right, I don't see hands. I think I said that a couple times back. Yell and scream if you got Facebook.
All right, now how many people have friended the Sons and Daughters of Liberty on Facebook? All right, that wasn't nearly as loud. So obviously what we want you to do is when you get home today, or if you got your phone and you can do it there, it's great. Go to our Jefferson County Sons and Daughters of Liberty is our name, but you go Sons and Daughters of Liberty in Madison or Jefferson County or one of those. I know I did several of those, and that's how I found it back when we were first looking. So anyway, we'd love to have you on there and friend us on Facebook so you can stay on top of things. Here's another commercial that you may have heard.
Citizens of Southern Indiana, I'm calling on you to make a statement, a change. I'm Dr. Michael Israel, and last spring it became clear to me that Congress was going to pass the travesty commonly known as Obamacare. Our so-called representative, Baron Hill, stepped right up and told us he didn't care what we wanted. He knew best. Now we have a law that no one read, that by